In this video, I'll be showing you the importance of layer masks and how you can use layer masks in your daily editing workflow as a photographer. So I want to first of all demonstrate for you the purpose of using layer masks, and what you have to understand: a mask is something that is going to be revealing or concealing a given effect in a given photo. So for this kind of image, you can notice that the effect is displaying, meaning right now there is no mask added to it. So in case you want to reveal or hide certain areas of this text, what we have to do is coming on this layer mask and simply click on it to create a layer mask. So in Photoshop, white is going to reveal and black is going to hide. So in case I wanted to hide certain areas of this text, remember this text is on this layer that has T. So right now the effect is displaying on a white layer mask. So in case I wanted to hide it, I'll simply come and get the brush tool and make sure it is a soft round brush. The mode is set to normal opacity and the flat 100%. Then I'll make sure that I have black and white on these two color swatches right here. So for the mask to be effective, or for the masking process to be effective, simply make sure you have black and white on these two color swatches right here. So in case you have any other color that is not black and white, simply press D on the keyboard to reset these colors to black and white, or you can simply click on the tiny swatches right here to reset the colors to black and white. So after that, in order to reveal or hide a mask, remember in Photoshop, white is going to be revealing and black is going to be hiding. So in case I want to hide certain parts of this very text that is on top of the subject layer, all I have to do is making black as the foreground color, and by simply painting using a black brush over the text, it means that I'm going to be hiding certain areas of that given text. So just paint on that area and it's going to help me hide certain areas. So I could create a very beautiful effect by simply painting over those areas, and I could hide certain areas behind or in front of the subject. So I could even come right here and I try to hide the A in this case. So you can see whenever I'm painting using a black brush, it is helping me hide certain areas, and we are painting using a black brush and it is hiding some areas that were revealed over this black mask. So you can see the importance of masking at this point. So I'll just come and I paint certain areas that I don't want. So in case I wanted to reveal or bring back certain areas of the text, I'll simply use white, and that is going to help me bring back certain areas of that text in those areas that I do not want to affect. So you can use X on the keyboard to switch between black and white. So black is going to hide and white is going to reveal. So you can just create this simple effect by using masking in your images. So I want to bring it to those that shoot portraits, and I want to show you the importance or how you can use masking in your daily workflow as a photographer. So I'll simply delete this. So the first instance for us to use layer masks is during eye whitening or teeth whitening. So in case I wanted to do a little bit of teeth whitening or eye whitening for this case, I'll simply come to adjustments and I come to hue and saturation. Then I'll make sure that I am under this option that is master. Then what I usually do is simply taking down the saturation of this very image, and you can notice that the image is going to be looking black and white. Yeah, so in case the image is looking black and white, remember I only want to affect or hide the effect from affecting the overall image, so that I can paint it in areas where I want it to be. So for this, I'll just come to this white layer mask and make sure it is selected. Then all I have to do is pressing Command I, or you can use Control I on the keyboard, and that is going to hide the effect. Remember, black is going to be hiding in Photoshop and white is going to be revealing. So the effect has been hidden behind this black mask. So for me to reveal it, all I have to do is coming to these color swatches and making sure white is on top, and I get my soft round brush tool, opacity and flat 100%. So by using or painting using a white brush, I'll be revealing the eye whitening effect over the white area of the eye. So what I have to do is simply zooming in like this. And when I zoom in, all I have to do is just making sure that the brush is small enough, and all I have to do is paint on the white area of the eye, and in that way the eyes are going to be whitened in this case. So you can see we have just whitened the eyes in this case. So in case you make a mistake, for example, you accidentally painted on that very area, all you have to do to rub away that effect, remember, black is going to be rubbing an effect or hiding it. So make sure you come back to this effect, or you switch to black as the top color, and all you have to do is to brush on that area to rub away the effect from that area that you did not want. So you as well have the liberty to come to the opacity and reduce on the opacity of that given layer in case the effect is too much. So that is instance number 1. So instance number 2, where you can use layer masks, is first of all coming, and for example, in case I wanted to intensify, for example, certain colors in this very image, in case I wanted to intensify certain colors, for example, in case I wanted the eyeshadow to pop in this image, all I have to do is simply coming and simply saturating this very image. Come to hue and saturation, and come to saturation, and all I have to do is moving up the saturation slider like that. So when you move this up, you're going to notice that it is going to be affecting the overall image, which we don't want. We only want to make the eyeshadow pop in this very image. So remember what we did. Come to this white layer mask and press Command I, or you can use Control I to hide the effect from affecting the overall image. And all I have to do is coming and getting the brush tool. The mode is normal opacity and the flat 100%, and making sure that I have a soft round brush. And in order to reveal the colors to pop in this very image, all I have to do is simply coming and switching the brush to white, or white is the top color. So by painting using a white brush over a black layer mask, I'll be revealing the saturated colors that we hid behind this black layer mask. So I'll just increase on the size of the brush and simply brush over the eyeshadow like that, and in that way I'll be making those colors in the eyeshadow pop. So you can see right now those colors are popping and have not affected the rest of the image. You can see the before and the after at this point. So you can use layer masks in this very way in your images, or you could even as well target a particular color. For example, in case you wanted to, for example, darken certain areas like the eyebrows, you could as well come and create a selective color adjustment layer at this point, and come to the blacks, and can even intensify the blacks like this. And you can notice that this area is going to be darkened at this point. But remember, we don't want to affect other areas of the image. So all we have to do, instead of first of all eliminating the effect from affecting the image by painting using a black brush, all we have to simply do is coming to this white layer mask, invert the effect by pressing Command I, and that is going to hide the effect, and get the brush tool, white as the top color or the foreground color, and paint using a soft round brush over those areas. And in that way it is going to be painting the darkening effect only on the areas that I will be painting in. So you can see how simple this is. So you can notice that we are just simply darkening particular areas, and we're just simply targeting those areas. You can say before, after, before, after. And you could even do the same process for your frequency separation. So in case, for example, in case you have eliminated a particular area like a birthmark after editing, all you have to do, let me just try to demonstrate this for you. So in case I've done my frequency separation, for example, I'll just come and play my action, and I'll be using around 10 for this very image. So in case I have been editing and I have eliminated, so shall be using a given area like our birthmark. So In case this area is our birthmark for this kind of subject and we have eliminated it, so we're using this as a reference point for our birthmark. So I'll simply come and get this clone stamp tool and I eliminate this area. So I'll just press command, rather I'll just use the option key, option click and sample here, and simply click over that area, and it has been removed from that very area. So let me try to remove more areas. So in case you're done editing and you feel like you wanted to bring back those areas in your image, all you have to do is simply creating a layer mask right here. So just come and create a layer mask, and it's going to be white. So in order to reveal or to bring back that very area, instead of doing the editing all over, all you have to do is simply coming and getting the brush tool. So you get the normal brush tool and simply come and make sure black is on top, and simply brush over that area using a black brush to reveal our effect or to reveal that given birthmark in that given area. So just brush using a black brush in that given area, and it's going to help us bring back that given area in the image. So we shall paint because the effect was right there. So in case you eliminated the birthmark and wanted to bring it back, you can simply paint and bring it back using a layer mask. So this is how you can simply understand how to use layer masks for your photography or editing workflow, and I hope you have understood. So the point here is, in Photoshop, white is going to reveal and black is going to hide. So in case you want to target a given area regarding the image, make sure you use this concept. So instead, or in case you want to apply it, for example, in a given area, create the effect that you want, then invert the effect by pressing Command I and getting a brush tool or a white brush to paint back the effect in certain areas selectively or in a more non-destructive way for your images. So I hope you have learned a thing or two from this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing, and as well keep creating.